Okay, so if you're relatively new to the blues guitar thing, maybe you've got the basic Pentatonic boxes down. What you generally find with when you're a beginner is a lot of stuff you play starts to become quite repetitive. A lot of your licks will sound the same to begin with. Great thing for beginners to do is just find the simplest possible way to get some new sounds out of the stuff you already know. One really cool trick, which is super easy, is we're just going to take one note out of our usual pentatonic, the flat 7, and then we're going to lower it by a semitone or 1 fret on the guitar. You don't really need to know any of the theory behind this, don't really need to know what Dorian scale is necessarily, or how the modes work. I would recommend you get to know all of that stuff eventually. Only thing you do really need to know is in each of the Pentatonic boxes, where do the relevant intervals appear? So for each Pentatonic box, where are the flat 7s within that shape, right? So for Pentatonic box number 1, flat 7s are the F here, and the F there. So we're just going to take those down 1 fret over the whole shape. So what you're going to end up with is this. So I'm calling this the Robben Ford Pentatonic. It's got a really Robben Fordy sound to it. The other kind of unique thing about this is there's these 2 tritones which repeat itself throughout the scale. So if you went to the lowest possible note in the scale on the guitar anyway, it'd be the natural 6, the E, open E string, and you've got a tritone to the minor 3rd, and then it just repeats itself. So you've got tritone back to the major 6th, minor 3rd again. So so you get these really kind of angular sounds, which is another very common Robben Ford thing. Obviously you need to know it in all 5 positions, so for the other 4 boxes you'd get this. So the thing at the beginning was just over a static G7 vamp, which sounds pretty cool, but one of the best uses of this scale is over the 4 chord in the blues. So again, if we're in G, once we go to that C7 or C9, we're going to play G Dorian pentatonic. So not C Dorian pentatonic, G Dorian pentatonic. So let's see how that sounds. This track just goes from the 1 to the 4 chord in a blues, back and forth, which is a really useful thing for practicing your 1 to 4 changes. But as well as the scale itself, you'll hear that resolving it back to the 1 chord is just as important as the phrase. So when that 1 chord comes back in, you want a really strong resolution back to that major 3rd in the G7. You get the idea. So I'm going to put some backing tracks up for like just 1 to 4 of the blues changes. It's one of the best things you can practice, like the big change where you put your outside stuff in and your tension and release and all that. So I'm going to put some more videos up on some other stuff to hopefully help you get out of the pentatonic jail. Any questions, leave them in the comments. See you guys soon.